This episode is sponsored by Squarespace. In our last video, we talked about Jackie Chan's new career journey to prove himself not just an action hero, but a versatile and competent actor.
你爸是警察，你上他那找安全感。
In this video, I'm going to swear like a motherfucker, so buckle the up, bitches. We are going on a ride, and your parents are not invited. We'll begin with Kung Fu Yoga and finish up the rest of his starring live-action movies. As we'll see, Jackie's performance and the film's quality in general took a nosedive. Except for one shining beacon. A very underrated beacon. It's the story of Jackie's new height and new low. I'm going to guide you through it all, and at the end, let me share my surprising conclusion. Let's go. While Jackie's recent outings are hit or miss, Kung Fu Yoga is Jackie Chan's first indisputable stinker. Unless you are on Rotten Tomatoes, you suck. In this adventure film, Jackie plays an archaeologist in search of an ancient Indian treasure. It's basically Indiana Jones but cringe. Sometimes a movie is so bad, I think the only way to explain it is for you to feel it. So here are some examples that I think summarize my viewing experience. Exhibit A.
Hello,
Hi.
this is Dr. Ashmita.
It's a real pleasure.
Nice to meet you.
You must be Dr. Ashmita's assistant?
Teaching assistant.
May I have the pleasure of knowing your name?
I'm Kyra.
It's a very pretty name.
Thank you.
This just keeps going.
我助理。
你好，我是糯米，很高兴认识你。
The kicker is, we met these characters in previous scenes. This entire exchange is nothing but fluff. The whole movie is like this.
教授，这藏茶很香的，你们试试。
Rather than a conversation, every line of dialogue is an announcement. Exhibit B. Here is what China looks like in this movie, and here's what India looks like. No f***ing wonder the Indian production company pulled out of this project. Chinese people already have a very skewed view of India. This hyper-exoticism is really not helping. Last but not least, Exhibit C. This whole movie just looks bad. Flat lighting, flat angle, gaudy color is an assault on your eyes. Compare that to a similar scene in Rumble in the Bronx. Look at the lighting. Look at how the camera closes in. There's low angle, high angle, and the music swells up. What the f*** is this shit? I can't believe they have the same director. That's right, Stanley Tong. You can kinda understand why Jackie would sign up for this movie, right? It's directed by his longtime collaborator. It stars big Bollywood stars. It started as a Chinese-Indian co-production, and he plays Chinese Indiana Jones. He gets to explore a lot of new territories, but none of that potential pays off. Morale must have been low on set, because everything, including Jackie's performance, feels phoned in.
你爸也认为他自己是寻宝的，看来你想做他没完成的事。
He sounds like he's reading off a script. With all these weird mentions of national policies,
It would also be in line with the One Belt, One Road policy.
the whole movie feels like it was shot out by some government officials with too much free time. Everyone talks with the fake enthusiasm of a politician. The entire crew dances with excitement of a corporate assembly. It's this mandated happiness that truly makes this movie completely unwatchable to me. Everyone is having a bad time, but that smile is obligatory. Thanks to weak competition during the Chinese New Year release slot, this movie became Jackie's highest grossing film, but not without a cost. Kung Fu Yoga likely tarnished Jackie's name. After this, every Jackie Chan movie made in China would bomb. Instead of an actor trying to expand his portfolio, people now see him as this has-been, who will act in any garbage with a price tag. Jackie's role as a professor in his entry into Bollywood, completely forgotten. It's disheartening because Jackie's next release should have been the one film to define his new career. I still can't get over how bad the character introduction is. Hi, how do you do? Nice to meet you. My website bio has more personality than this, thanks to Squarespace, of course. With a catalog of award-winning templates, all I need to do is pick one, change a few pictures, type in, "Hi, my name is Yang," and it already looks better than the entire dang movie. But Squarespace is more than just a fancy tool, because it respects you. All the content you posted on your website remains yours. The free trial gives you access to everything you need. You don't even need a credit card to sign up, and it has 24/7 customer support, just to ensure you have the smoothest experience. Start a free trial at squarespace.com/accidentalcinema and use the code accidentalcinema to get 10% off your first purchase. Show up your brand and business with a touch of personality. Go to squarespace.com/accidentalcinema and try it out right now. The Foreigner has, without a doubt, Jackie Chan's best performance ever. The Foreigner is a political action thriller in which Jackie plays a father who lost his daughter in a terrorist attack launched by the IRA. Believing that government officials are refusing to help, he sets out on a mission to change the government's mind. The film is directed by Martin Campbell, who also directed GoldenEye and Casino Royale, two of the more character-focused entries in the Bond series. Campbell is really good at drawing out performance from actors, and this is no exception. Here we see Jackie's introduction as a kind father. That smile is so different from any of his previous roles. Yet the way he drives with his back straight,
When do I meet him?
this man has his pride. He's asserting his authorities. It's only when his daughter is out of sight that Jackie hunches forward, no longer putting up a strong front. Details like these elevate Jackie's performance to a new level. Here's another scene after the daughter died. There is no big indication of sadness, he just wanders around the room, yet you can clearly feel the character's mental state. Or listen to how he chokes on this line, talking about his late wife.
She died, giving birth to Fred.
That subtlety is hard to fake. You have to feel that pain for it to emerge organically. He is in character more so than he has ever before. Beyond the acting, the action is also great. I didn't really appreciate it in first viewing because I was still expecting Jackie-style stuff. But the fight is grounded and fits the film, and the stunts are really good. Granted, I'm pretty sure this is a stunt double. Jackie is retired from doing this sort of stuff after all. Nevertheless, this is Jackie doing a modern thriller fight. He struggles and scrambles, and he is always in character. It's pretty difficult to parse the quality of this film, especially if you don't know what to expect. But one thing for certain is that this movie sticks with me. I haven't watched this film since it came out until I started preparing for this video, and The Foreigner has been living in my head all this time. It left me with a lot of thoughts, probably because I wasn't prepared to face an old and distraught Jackie Chan. This image right here is probably what Jackie wanted, him as an actor. It should have been what I wanted, but it took me 5 years to finally appreciate it fully. And sadly, in that 5 years, Jackie's career sunk to a new low. It appears that after Kung Fu Yoga, Jackie would put in less and less effort with each successive film. Still in 2017, Bleeding Steel is Jackie's entry into the sci-fi world. I really hope this animation doesn't reflect the director's ego. Jackie plays a police officer fighting a futuristic shadow organization, trying to stop the plot and rescue his daughter. It's a simple enough plot, but the movie decides to play coy with that. The rescue his daughter part of the synopsis is a mid-story spoiler. The main character's motivation, it's a f***ing plot twist. Because of this lack of focus on characters, Jackie doesn't have a lot of room to play, but you can still see him taking things seriously, adding depth to a very shallow character. Too bad it's not enough to shine through. I think the opening sequence sums up this movie well. It's 15 minutes of straight action, mostly pew-pews. Featuring characters we know nothing about, it gets very dull very quickly. Next up, Knights of Shadows, released in 2019. Jackie plays a fictionalized version of a real-life Chinese fantasy writer. The movie follows his wacky adventure through the supernatural world of Chinese yokai, or Yao Guai in Chinese. While Bleeding Steel offered Jackie at least small moments of emotional performance, this movie has Jack and Jack's out of town. Jackie reverts back into a knockoff version of his familiar kung fu jester persona, probably because that's what we all wanted him to be. There are no memorable moments of acting here. Beyond Jackie, the movie also just sucks. It has the exact same problem as Bleeding Steel, with character backstories coming in an hour into the movie. The music would constantly tell you that this is also emotional, while I have no idea who she is or what's going on. Watching this movie is like watching someone who says, "Let me tell you a sad story," and then they start crying, forgetting that the story hasn't been told yet. Finally, in 2022, Jackie's latest film, Vanguard, is released. Some say this movie is a Chinese propaganda, which is kinda weird because this movie makes no mention of the Chinese government. What it does have is some Mary Sue bullshit of a Chinese private militia using impossibly advanced technology fighting in a foreign nation. So, I can see where people are coming from. Anyway, Jackie plays the head of a bodyguard company. He and his team have to find and protect the daughter of a millionaire before a group of terrorists gets to her first. It sounds like a classic Jackie Chan movie setup. It was even advertised as such in Japan. But make no mistake, Jackie wasn't even trying in this movie.
有冇報警啊？有冇全國立嘅定位啊？我哋有冇隊員喺附近啊？
That's his character introduction. Way to establish him as an assertive and decisive leader, guys. There's no emotion, no character, no personality. This is probably the worst Jackie Chan performance in his career. He isn't acting like at all. I don't even think this movie started out as a Jackie Chan film. The young actors are the ones with the most stories and action. They also kick ass. I like that. Jackie is probably signed on just for marquee value, which is probably why Jackie looks so fed up. So did the audience. Jackie Chan's recent career is best summarized as a mixed bag. He experimented with a much wider range of genres and characters, and in most of his works, he gave his all, held back only by productions of dubious qualities. That's why it is so heartbreaking to realize most of us remember his recent career by his failures. It seems to me that he tried, and no one is looking, so eventually he stopped trying. It's not easy to do a gritty reboot of a career in your 70s, doing battles against the legacy left by your younger self. He has to fight against the world's perceptions to prove he is even more of a giant than he already is. He tried and succeeded on multiple occasions. That's the lesson I got, and I think that's worth remembering. Hopefully soon he can find a new opportunity to flex his acting chops, because from what I saw, this man still has a lot more to offer.